I'm from Jamaica originally. I'm not a CLT native, but I've been living here now for 4 or 5 years. So I feel like the city has embraced me since I've been here. I'm from Clarendon, Jamaica. Specifically, I'm from a small community called Portland Cottage. Well, considering that most of my lyrics are in patois, and a lot of the people who listen to my music here don't even understand what I'm saying, but they appreciate the melodies and the production, because I do produce my own beats. So the scene has really like showed me a lot of love, especially in recent times. So just seeing the support from everybody gives me the confidence to keep making like real, authentic dancehall. I have so many inspirations, but I would have to mention Ye, Pharrell, Vibes Cartel, Movado. The list is so long. Tyler the Creator. Like anybody you can think of who produces their own music, I have some level of respect for them. Like even Q-Tip, Most Def doesn't produce, but he's also a big inspiration of mine. And I could go on and on like naming my biggest inspirations. I've always really admired DaBaby's style. I feel like we would make some incredible music together. I would give him some beats that would probably take him out of his comfort zone, like more of a dancehall wave. And I'm sure he would like, make me like stretch my talents as well and try to match up to the level of quality that he's used to. So yeah, DaBaby. I would also love to work with Travis Scott. The guy, in my book, he can do no wrong. Every track, every video, he just like keeps taking it up a notch. So yeah, Travis Scott would be a great person to work with. Well, I feel like my music it challenges the listener quite a bit. So I've never seen mainstream success in my future, but I do expect a lot of accolades in terms of artistic awards like writers awards or production awards and things like that. Maybe a Grammy, maybe I don't know. I would love to win a Grammy. That would be nice. I feel like I'm making very forward-thinking dancehall music and reggae music, so to be recognized in one of those categories would be like a goal of mine for sure. My music routine is non-existent. I challenge myself every time I'm working on something to try to start from a different starting point or just do something that I wouldn't normally do, because that's what keeps it fun and exciting for me. If I was to like do a routine for when I'm creating music, I might get tired of it. So I like to keep it fresh. A few things keep me grounded. So when I see other artists who are doing incredible work, it just reminds me that I still have a long way to go in terms of my full potential as a creative, as an artist, as a producer. So really I try to surround myself with other people who are doing great work, and I try to pay attention to, the whole creative scene, just because just seeing that stuff, it inspires me and it lets me know, hey, you can push harder, you can go further. So a jinal is basically someone who's like a trickster or a con man. When I was growing up, my dad would always use the term to refer to people who did bad business. And I don't know, I would hear that word all the time, and I never heard anybody make a song about it. So my song, it's talking about, somebody who's like an enemy of mine or somebody who's a detractor of mine, referring to them as a jinal. It's a really simple concept, but the lyrics go down and break down pretty much what I perceive a jinal to be. So the meaning behind the name, I think the meaning is something that keeps evolving, but the idea came from me wanting to do a screenplay that was like a Jamaican version of Django, but with like the protagonist was to be like a child slave. So my eventual magnum opus is gonna be a self-titled project that basically tells you that entire story. Yeah, I have a lot of collabs coming up actually. So I'm working on some music with one of my favorite artists out of Jamaica right now. His name is Cress. He's making some like really great songs, and his videos are fire too. And then recently I did an event at the Gantt Center I was pretty much playing music that I produced and hosted a cypher, and so many incredible artists stepped up that day. And I basically connected with a bunch of them, and we're gonna get in the studio pretty soon. So yeah, a whole lot of collabs, lots of my own music as well to come. So stay tuned. I want to shout out my little sister. Actually, she just crushed her residency, her general dentistry residency, and she's about to specialize in orthodontics. So this one is for you, sis. Big up yourself.